the book, in The Hurricane's Eye, Nathaniel Philbrick delivers a comprehensive account of the period between autumn 1781 and the final conclusion of the War for Independence in 1783. And at the heart of that story is the defeat of Lord Cornwallis at Yorktown. Now, Philbrick shows that this victory was no sure thing. Instead, it was a near miraculous triumph of strategy and plain good luck. By the spring of 1781, our war for independence was, by any measure, a total shambles. Washington's Continental Army was down to just 3,500 men. And these guys, they were totally beaten up. They hadn't been paid in months. They'd barely been fed. And they were ready to quit at a moment's notice. Now, in the colonies, those local governments and citizens alike seemed to have lost all interest in the rebellion. They absolutely refused to pay the taxes required to keep Washington's army in the field. And Congress, no surprise, was totally helpless. The only lifeline that we had was the alliance with France that had gotten worked out in 1778. Now, Washington recognized that an army alone could not deliver a knockout punch against the Brits, and certainly not his tiny little Continental Army. To beat the British, he needed naval superiority working in tandem with operations on land. So he needed a lot more soldiers, and he needed ships. And the French gave him both the soldiers and the ships that he needed. And he finally got it all together on Yorktown. There's a great cast of characters in this story, good guys and bad guys. On the bad guy side, you have Bannister Tarleton, Benedict Arnold. But enough with bad guys. On the good guy's side, one of the guys who really stands out to me was Nathaniel Greene. Nathaniel Greene, and Daniel Morgan outfought and outmaneuvered Cornwallis. They got him and the rest of his Brits out of the Carolinas, and they got him into the trap at Yorktown. Now, another guy who was instrumental in making Yorktown possible was somebody I had never heard of. His name was Francisco Saavedra. He was a Spanish diplomat who operated as a kind of a wartime fixer in the Caribbean. And what he did was to pull together everything that Admiral de Grasse needed to sail his fleet north into Chesapeake Bay. Without Saavedra, the net around Cornwallis could never have been sprung. Now, there are a lot more characters in this story, but standing above them all, of course, is George Washington. Nathaniel Philbrick approaches Washington with what I'd call a balanced eye. He paints him as a guy who's maturing in real time. He learns from his mistakes. He's got plenty of flaws in his personality. He's got personal financial worries, and he makes some serious errors in judgment, but he's totally dedicated to the birth of America, totally dedicated to freedom. An extraordinary man. Now, to me, this book is narrative history at its best. It's informative. It highlights the good guys, the bad guys, and all the hidden turning points in the war. It's written with really great pacing. And even though we already know the outcome, we really feel the suspense in waiting for it to come. I'll tell you what, I enthusiastically recommend this book this year, our 250th birthday. This is a good one to pick up and read.